Hello and welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbau. Well, tribute pour in for former GFA President MND Jawula, who passed on in the United States of America following a short illness. In this report, we hear from former GFA President former President Sam Bruce Mills and the Vice President of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana, Maurice Kwanzaa, who shared glowing tributes earlier today on Sports Today. Born Mohammed Nuruddin Jawula at Cow Lane in Accra in May 1949, MMD Jawula was a son of the Kwembe Wura Jawula Ababio, a former CPP party chairman and the only child of his mother. He attended the University of Cape Coast, where he read English and economics for his first degree. Alhaji Jawula also held master's degree from the University of Ghana, Legon, in African literature and social policy. He worked with the civil service for 32 years, starting as an assistant division officer and ending up as the chief director of the Ministry of Health. Alhaji Jawula also worked at the Ministry of Finance as well as Ministry of Harbours and Railways. He was the DCE for Wali Wali and Gambaga from 1979 to 1980. At the football level, he was a chairman of the Rio Tamale United Management Committee and owned his own football club, Guan United. He became an FABO football administrator, rising to become vice chairman of the Ghana Football Association and subsequently chairman of the association from 1997 to 2001. He later chaired the MTN FA Cup Committee and the Ghana Premier League Organizing Committee until his demise. Speaking on his legacy, former GFA President Nana Sam Brew Butler, whom he worked with as vice chairman and later succeeded as chairman of the Ghana Football Association, described him as a team player and a hard-working administrator.
And Alhaji was somebody with respect. I mean, he was a good administrator. As I said, he was a director of the Ministry of Finance. He had held certain positions. So, and he was a good clubman of good standing, RTU. So he won, and we went in together as a team in 1993 as chairman and vice chairman.
Wow.
We worked very hard, yes, with mutual respect for each other. He had his strengths, I had my strengths. And of course, we had a good team. So, reasonably good achievements. We were acknowledged by FIFA as the world's best under juvenile and youth football team in the world. Nobody should take that away from me. It's for Ghana, not for me, but it was there, and it's still in the books of FIFA.
Wow. Yeah.
Going forward, we won the World Cup in Ecuador. Okay, he was the chairman, he was the vice chairman of the FA, and was the chairman of
the management committee.
The management committee of Starlets.
Very well.
They took the lead there. I joined them, and I joined them for the opening, and I came back and went back when we progressed. We were going to the finals.
This was further emphasized by Vice President of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana and Sports Editor at Graphics Communications Group, Maurice Kwanzaa.
Ghana football. They brought a lot of maturity to football administration. They were very passionate. But one of the things I learned about them, where they disagree with you, the relationship was cordial. There was mutual respect. They'll state their position. They were men of conviction very clearly. I'm sure it's one of the reasons why Nana once said he had a thick skin and it became his nickname. But they were men of conviction. But the most important thing was they brought a lot of maturity and experience in life to football administration. And during those days, we didn't have a lot of technological sophistication like we have in practicing journalism. But there was a very strong relationship with them. They encouraged all of us. I mean, particularly myself, Pipi Bansen, Keto Kreku. That's why Alhaji and Ket also have a father-son relationship. So even where we disagreed on principle, we found a way of moving forward. there wasn't much antagonism as we saw subsequently. I believe those are some of the principles with which we did. But because they had also, like Nana and Co, they've also had experience from other aspects of life. They brought those experiences to bear on football administration. And we had some of our most memorable times during the administration. We were talking about the 1995 Under-17 World Cup in Ecuador, when we had that multi-system. I'm sure one of the reasons, I don't know if that was the reason why Nana made him the chairman of the management committee, but Alhaji had a very close working relationship with Coach Sam Ade, and I believe it helped get the work
done. Yeah.
Why it helped them to be successful. But I think there are a lot of positives to learn from the life of Alhaji. We sad as we are, we should celebrate him. He's been a great son of Ghana, not just for football, but in other areas where Alhaji worked and had a relationship. He touched lives.
So, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia described him as a good and kind man who devoted his life to sports development and the growth of public service in Ghana. Alhaji Jawula will most fondly be remembered for being an integral part of Ghana's Under-17 World Cup victory in 1995 in Ecuador. And in accordance with Islamic customs, he has since been buried in the United States following his demise there.
So may the gentle soul of Alhaji Jawula rest in perfect peace there. And well, away from that, Everton have sacked manager Frank Lampard after less than a year in charge at Goodison Park, after fellow stragglers West Ham United beat them in a 2-0 loss there. Everton's 9th loss in Premier League games. They are second from bottom of the table with 15 points from 20 matches, above Southampton on goal difference. The former England midfielder Lampard replaced Rafael Benitez in January 2022, with the team in 16th in the table and helped Everton avoid relegation last season. Everton are now looking for their 6th permanent manager in 5 years. They have managed only 3 wins all season. After a 1-1 draw at the reigning champions Manchester City on 31st of December, Everton have lost 4-1 to Brighton at Goodison Park, were knocked out of the FA Cup with a 3-1 defeat at Manchester United, and were then beaten by Southampton despite taking the lead before the latest defeat by West Ham. They have managed only 3 wins all season. There have been widespread and vocal protests from fans against the board in recent games, and supporters staged a sit-in demonstration after the loss to Southampton. Everton's board of directors missed that game because of what the club claimed was a real and credible threat to their safety there. So Lampard losing his job after losing his job at Chelsea. We wait to see who Everton appoints and where Lampard heads to. Well, that's what we have for you on Prime Sports tonight. With me, Razak Musbau. Well, to all Arsenal fans, you definitely got to take it easy and hope to see if you can clinch the first trophy in 19 years. Do have a lovely evening.